starting this week, we're really going to focus on all of the skill sets that go into making a business plan for your project. And like I've said all along, the most important thing is getting a website up and running as soon as possible, and then showing that website to as many potential customers and experts as you can. So today and Thursday, we're going to talk all about website development. So I am recording. Cool. So let me see here. See what I've got in my presentation slides. There's basically two tools that you need to know how to use. You need to know how to use Wix. How many people in here have used Wix before? Okay, some of you not. Wix is a really easy tool for building websites quickly and professionally. And then Pixlr or Photoshop, one of those two software packages, allows you to do a lot of graphic design work to design images and flowcharts and so forth to put in your website. So let me see what I've got here set up in my slides. I think it's just some placeholders that that'll be easier to just go straight to the websites in question. That's interesting. Okay, so I don't have slides in there for web development, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to go to two main websites. Pay attention to what I'm doing. Yes?
What would be the difference between Wix and something like Squarespace?
Just the subtle differences about the functionality. I'm not familiar with Squarespace. I'm familiar with how to use Wix, but they're all similar packages.
Like Wix is free.
Yes.
I know in Squarespace you have to pay like yearly subscription. So I don't know, like Wix is ad based.
It's sort of ad based, but there's upsell opportunities on Wix. So basically, you start by building a website for free, which has an awkward domain name, and then if you want to have your own domain name and link it to a site, then you pay a fee. And moving your website from play pretend to reality costs money with Wix, but getting started is free. Make sense? Okay, so let me pull up Wix here. Oh, .com, not .zom. So you guys are going to click on Start Now to log in to create an account. So you got to go into Wix and create an account. It's free. You just have to go in and create an account for yourself. So. Okay, so this is what your main sort of homepage will look like. When you first start your Wix account, you're going to land on a page like this that says what kind of website you want to create. Most of the sites for this class are going to we'll be using business templates, but you are more than welcome to try the rest of these templates as well. If they're more relevant to your project that you're doing. I'm going to click on business for now. Very important. Click on create a website yourself with the Wix editor. Okay. When you choose how you're going to edit the website, click on choose a template and create website yourself with the Wix editor. Okay. That'll bring up a number of different templates that you can choose from. I'm gonna use one of your projects as an example. I'm going to do the campus rickshaw service as an example. So we're basically talking about a service that brings people between different locations on campus with a bike that has a bench to ride on that's attached to it. Somebody drives a bike and taxis you around campus. It's on a bike instead of a car. But it's like taking Uber or taking a taxi. So there's variety. There's all kinds of different site templates that we could use. Choosing among them or between them is not that critical, because you can change almost everything about the website. So start just by choosing a template, any kind of template, and click on Edit. Once you've done that, you'll.
Start in one template and you decide, no, I don't really like how this looks. Will all of your information be lost if you go back and choose another one?
Your information won't be lost, but any edits that you made to the website, you can't transfer over to another website. So I would try and find the template you want sooner rather than later, because all the work that you're going to be doing is going to be lost.
Okay.
Your information won't be lost, but the work that you do will be lost.
That's it. Thank you.
No problem. So you're going to land on a page that looks like this. Okay? Now, our goal is basically to take this website and turn it into a website that is focused on this campus rickshaw project. Okay? So, first of all, we want, so if the concept in Wix is, if you want to edit something, you click on it. So everything depends a little bit on where you click. So you can see here I clicked left on the background, and it says change page design, change page background. So if I want to change this picture from a car to a rickshaw, then I click on it and I click change page background. And then choose image. And then I got to go find an image that I want to put there instead. So if we go out of Wix for a second, and this gets us into graphic design a little bit too. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find a picture of a rickshaw instead of a car. So great place for any, and I'm using the rickshaw project as an example, but all of your projects are going to be the same concept. You're going to need to find images that are consistent with what your project is. You're going to need to change the text and put descriptions in. Sometimes you're going to have to build flowcharts for explaining your concept, and it's all the similar depending on what your project details, but it's all very similar stuff. So in order to find an image of almost anything, You just go to Google Images. If you click on Images, or type in images.google.com, and just type in the name of whatever kind of image you're looking for. So, rickshaw. Got lots of pictures of rickshaws. So, pick one that looks relatively like the Cal State campus. That'll be a little bit easier to explain than other pictures. So maybe we start out with this one here. So you click the picture, right click on the picture, and put Save Image As, and then we're gonna put all of our images on the desktop here to find them easily. Rickshaw Wallet takes a nap. Now, if we go back to the Wix editor and click on Image, then you go to Upload Images, because you want to upload an image that you found rather than the ones that are already sitting there. So basically, any image that you have on your hard drive, you just upload it to the Wix cloud, and then you can take it from the Wix cloud and put it on the Wix website. So we want to go down here to Rickshaw Walla. And we're going to use this picture. So we just changed the background to look like a rickshaw instead of a car. So now we probably just want to delete this logo. So if you highlight a logo or a button or words on the page, just click on it, and then you can click backspace and just delete it if there's something on the website you don't want. So Jade and Andy, vintage car specialist. Maybe we still want words here. But we want to call it CSUB Campus Rickshaw Service. And instead of vintage car specialist, we could type transportation solutions for the CSUB campus. So those are kind of hard to read now as well because the background has a lot of white and lighter colors in it. So if we want to change the words to be a different color, we just highlight them, go to the letter A with a little dot on it. This is going to edit the color of the text. Okay, so that changes it to a green font. We might want to go in eventually and change the background because this background's a little too busy. But anytime you want to change the background, you just go and find another image on the internet, upload it, and change the background image. If you wanted to, if if I left click on the background, change page background, I could change the page background to just a dark background. I don't have to have a picture behind there. So it all depends on what you want to do with the website. So I'm going to continue with the rickshaw picture for now. We may change it later. Oh, that's really hard to read. Let's try black. Yeah, that's too hard to read. Let's change the page background to just a dark color. And then we'll change this to that green color again. And we've got a basic website that says CSUB Campus Rickshaw Service. So the background looks okay now. There's nothing in particular that doesn't look like a rickshaw. We've got a basic description of text here. Now we want to start adding items, editing items based on the rickshaw project. So you'll notice here at the top of the screen is the menu for the different pages in the website. If you click on the upper left-hand corner here, it says Pages. That also allows you to edit the pages that are in the website. So we want a service page. We want to talk about the service that we offer with the rickshaw. Our work seems kind of duplicative with service right now. So we're just going to go to our work and click on these little dots here. Delete that page. We do want an About Us page. That's going to talk a little bit about the team, about the fact that you're doing the project for this class. As you start to get more experts, you might mention some of the names of the expert advisors that you've talked to. You're going to have an About Us section. You're going to have a contact section. And there's no need to book online right now, so we'll delete that one too. So now we've got home, service, about us, and contact. That's about all you need to get started with this web page. So we've changed the home page. Now we need to change what the other sections look like. So right now this is a services section that has sort of three types of services to it. We want, instead of having three types of services, we want to have one basic description of a service that has a sort of an image of places on campus and the rickshaw and taking people there. So we're going to need to delete what's here right now. We'll keep one of these text boxes to use later. Delete all the rest of that stuff. And then we need to create an image of the concept. So we want to show rickshaws picking people up and taking them to different places on campus. So in order to make an image that looks like that, we need to use the graphic design software now. So if we open up another window, Pixlr.com, so Pixlr.com. is a free graphic design editing software. Really useful for editing images to put together more complex things than just one picture. So if you go to Pixlr.com, scroll down and click on Launch Web App for the editor. Probably it's not going to let me do it. Yep, not going to let me do it. So let's try doing this with Internet Explorer instead. So launch the web editor. Oh, damn it. Okay, let me solve this problem by using my laptop instead of the desktop here. But that, oh no, that still works, I think. I'm not sure if the recording is going to work correctly if I switch over to my laptop. One way or another, we'll get it to work. Oh, laptop cable. Okay, open up this again. There we go. So we want to create a new image. So we're going to click on create a new image, and Um, it's always hard to tell where to set the size of your template in Pixlr. 800 by 600 is going to be too small. I would start by making it 800 by like 1700 or 1800. That gives us some more space to work with. Probably going to want to make it so once you've done that, if you want to change the size again after you initially choose the new project, you can just go to Image, Canvas Size, and it allows you to change how big of an area you have to work with. So we'll change this to 1400 pixels maybe. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of space to work with. So now we want to use this editor to make a picture which shows people being carted around the CSUB campus in rickshaws. So we'll start by I would start by getting a map of campus so you can show the rickshaw at various areas on the campus. So if we go down to campus map, and there's two ways to find images on the internet. You can either go to Google Images and just name something. You can also go to a website, do a screenshot, and take whatever's in the screenshot. So in this case, I want to use a picture of the Cal State campus. So rather than using Google Images to try and find a map of the Cal State campus, I already know that I can find one on the Cal State website. So I just go to the Cal State website and I click on Function Print Screen. It depends on which. If you look at, there's a button on each of your laptops for print screen. Sometimes it's Control Print Screen, sometimes it's Function Print Screen. But look on your laptop, there'll be a key for Print Screen or Print Screen. If you look at what's actually typed on the button. If you print the screen and then go into, I'm curious whether it'll work directly in. Yeah, it didn't work. So when you print screen, if you go to All Programs, Accessories, Paint, and then Control V, that pastes whatever you have in your temporary image placeholder area. I can't remember what it's called. But whatever you just printed the screen of, you can paste it in here, and then you just use it. And everybody's laptop has a Paint function on it. So you just open up Paint, paste the image that you want into Paint, and then you need to crop it so that you just got the image you want. You need to chop out the stuff that you don't want, and just keep the image you want. So if we click on crop, and then we highlight the Oh, that's good enough for now. So that gives us just the map that we wanted, okay? So now we need to save this image and pull it up in Pixlr. So we're just going to save that to the desktop campus map. Now we want to pull that up, open image, go back to the desktop, campus map. So that's a little bit too big of an image right now. We want to make it a little bit smaller so that we can make the rest of the image. So we're going to click on image, canvas, or image size, and we're going to move this down a bit to 400. That gives us a little bit smaller image. And then we want to move this image over into our other project. Okay, so we take the image and you click on these little dotted lines here. And by the way, for those of you who haven't used this software before, I'm recording everything so you're able to go back and listen to it again later. You're going to click on the little dotted lines here. That allows you to copy images. Highlight the whole image. Click on copy. And then we need to go to there. We need to click on the little project thing here. We just copied that image. Now we want to create a new layer. So layer, new layer. Every time you add anything to a Pixlr project, you want to create a new layer. It helps you to move things around. It's basically like creating a scrapbook, except you're using digital software to do it instead of doing it on paper with cutouts of things. We're going to paste that here, and that gives us the little map and our template. So then I'm going to zoom in a little bit to make it easier to see. Let's say we want to put pictures of rickshaws at different places on the map to show that you'll have a rickshaw taking people around campus. So now we need a picture of a rickshaw. So we'll go to Google Images this time. Rickshaw. Which one do you think? Maybe this one right here. You just pick one of these and click on it and then right click on it. That allows you to save the image. Electric passenger rickshaw. So put that there. Then we go back to Pixlr. File, open image. We'll open that rickshaw up. Now we need to make the rickshaw smaller so that it fits on the page. So we're going to go to image size. We're going to move this all the way down to 50 pixels. So we got a little tiny rickshaw there. Again, we're going to copy that. Highlight, copy. Click on the little pages icon here to go back to the project. and paste. So once you've got the image in there, if you click on the little arrow icon here, that allows you to move images around in the project. So we want to take a rickshaw picture and put it here. And then we want to put another rickshaw down here where we were going. So paste again, move that down here. And maybe when we want to put an arrow in between the two showing that the rickshaw went from place A to place B. So now we need to go to Google Images and find an arrow. This will probably be a good arrow for us for now. So right click, save image as down arrow. It's on the desktop already, I think. And then back to Pixlr, File, Open Image, and then go down and we'll go find that arrow image. Now we want to make this a lot smaller. We want it to be about the same size as the rickshaws. So if we go into image size, we'll cut that down to 50 again. And put the little copy icon on, highlight that, copy it, click on the little page break icon again, bring us back over here, and we'll paste that icon right in here. So you see we've got an arrow pointing between the two rickshaws now. And now let's say we want to describe the process of step 1, step 2, step 3. So if you click on the little A icon here, that allows you to add text instead of pictures to your image here. User calls campus rickshaw service. Step 1. And then step 2. Rickshaw takes you from point A to point B. Okay. We wanted to say step 2. So we can put words in there as well. That's a little unbalanced, so let's hit enter here and back here. That's a little bit more balanced for the screen. And then click OK. And that's a little bit close to the picture. Looks kind of sloppy, so if we click on the little arrow icon, that allows us to move elements again. We can take the whole text and move it up a little bit. If we go back to layers here and click on the one layer, that also allows us to move these words. And then maybe we want a third one that says payment automated on credit card. 3. And to balance things out, let's put credit there. Yeah, that looks better. So now that gives us all that. In order to get back to what we were doing, I'm going to stop here. But we could also continue putting a picture of a phone here, a person calling a phone. We could put a picture of a credit card here. It helps to make pictures of things, makes it come alive for people when you see it online rather than just describing it in words. So we'll take that whole image, file, save. We're going to save it as a JPEG, and we'll call it Rickshaw Example 1. Okay. Now, if we go back to Wix, now let me see here. If we go back to Wix, hang on one second. So now, I think I've got, if we come to Rickshaw here, this is the page that I was editing before on the desktop. Yep, that's it. So we want to go to Pages, Services, and we now want to insert a picture. Okay, so we go to Add, Image, My Uploads, and now we need to upload that picture from the desktop to the Wix cloud. So we called that Rickshaw Example, I think, didn't we? Yep, Rickshaw Example. Done. Perfect. So now we've got this whole image that we just made in the other in Pixlr. We can pop it into our website now, and that's a little bit too big for where we want it. So now if we just go up here to the edge, we can resize the size of the picture. So we'll resize it there, and we'll resize it here. So I'll take this text and move it down here, move that picture over underneath service, and the rickshaw service will work just like Uber or a taxi service for campus. We can put that description down here at the bottom too if we want. So that kind of describes the service section of the website. Now we've got something that kind of describes what the rickshaw service does. We're going to want to write more text to describe more of it, but that gives us something to start out with. I would say eventually we want to link this to another page where we have a whole page just with pictures of rickshaws and descriptions of the different drivers and stuff like that. So eventually we would highlight this picture that we made here. We'll go to Pages, Add Page, Rickshaws, and you'll see here if you move, if you can move where the page appears. And we can make it a subpage so that it doesn't show up. And then eventually this gives us a new page now where we could write all of the details about rickshaws. And if we just go back to the services page, highlight that picture, right click, link it to a page, rickshaws, done. So now you've got a hyperlink in there that'll, if you click on this picture, it'll go to the page on rickshaws, and you can give people more details on the rickshaws. Moving down, we want to go to the About Us section. I'm a paragraph. We want to change that. So the Campus Rickshaw project is a group project for our Management 3400 entrepreneurship class. The group members are all passionate about the challenges students and staff face in trying to quickly navigate the CSUB campus. we bring the following skill sets to the table. And then so who's on the rickshaw team again? Tell me your name. Bobby. Capadia, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to tell something about yourself. And who else? Abid. Alonzi, right? A little bit of information about yourself. What's your last name again, Alvin? M-I? Okay. And some information about you. That's kind of a start for the About Us section. And then contact us. So all of the Wix websites come with a default address of the Wix headquarters. You need to go in here and change this to the correct contact information for you guys. So if this were me, it's going to be 2014 B Street. (0829). So that changes the contact information a little bit. So we've made the basic edits that we need to make to the website. So this now it doesn't look like a car website anymore. At least it looks like the beginning of a rickshaw website. So now, after we've made all those edits, we need to hit publish. When you've done all the changes, you want to hit publish. And then view site. And you'll see here, if you go in the internet to this address, smallbizmanagement.wixsite.com. So when you guys sign up for an account, it's going to say like abidalanzi.wixsite.com/rickshaw. Okay? And then you type that in, and it brings you to the website. So if we scroll down, services, that describes the services, about us. That talks about the group, contact. Oh, we need to put a rickshaw there instead of a car. 2014 B Street, Bakersfield. So that's all good. If we come back here, grab this picture of a car. Oops. Oh, that's okay. Add image. My uploads. We're going to put that rickshaw in here. Upload images. There we go. Battery-powered electronic rickshaw. Done. Double click. There we go. Now we've got a rickshaw instead of a car. Make that the right size and put it above and then hit publish again. And view site, you'll see that the site has changed now. So if I go to About Us, no, Contact, that's where it was. Now you see we got the rickshaw picture. This is what I want each of your groups to do for your project. So you're going to pick a website template and you're going to change it to describe your project. Okay, so I just started some of the edits here. I want you guys to build robust websites. So it's going to be several days, couple weeks of working on the website to really get it to describe the project as well as possible. But we're going to start on that on Thursday. So I want everybody in here to bring your laptops on Thursday. We're going to start working on the. Actually, if you can, I'd like you to start as a group or one person in the group, depending on whether you're able to meet as a group or not between now and Thursday. Try and start building a website for your group, and then we're going to work on it in class some more on Thursday. So instead of me talking, on Thursday, you guys will be working on your project websites, and I'll be helping you. Okay, but if you try and get started on it at home before Thursday, then that'll help us to have a better discussion on Thursday. Any questions? Yes?
Can you still edit your website and maybe publish it?
Yes. Publish just means that it makes it available for other people to see on the web. So any edits you make to the website, I can't see them. Nobody, like none of the sample customers or expert advice contacts can see what you did until you click publish. Make sense? Other questions? Okay, cool. I'll see you guys on Thursday.